Hey everyone, and welcome. This is going to be your time to choose between comfort and growth in order to manifest and to plant seeds. This is your April 27th Taurus new moon astrology forecast for all 12 signs. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate. I specialize in traditional Western and evolutionary astrology. I'm so excited to share this transit forecast with you. If you are new here, you can find more about my offerings at willowgracemystic.com. And thank you for liking and subscribing and for sharing your journey with me. So let's talk about this. We have this new moon, and a new moon is when the sun and the moon meet up and they merge their energy. And it's about planting the seeds for something else to grow. New seeds, new beginnings, fresh starts, clean slates. And as the new moon, or as this moon meets up in the earthy sign of Taurus, this is now us being called to slow down, to sink into the rhythms of nature, and to reconnect with those people or those things that truly nourish our soul, our body, our heart, our spirit. And so what adds to this new moon is that all the planets are now moving direct. So now we're able to move forward. We're ready to create. But this new moon isn't just about setting intentions. This one's going to come at 7 degrees of the sign of Taurus. So it is about grounding them. Taurus is a symbol of the bull that reminds us to root into the earth, to find stability, to find simplicity, to build something that comes from a place of inner alignment. In the days that surround this lunation, we are invited to become more present in the sensual pleasures, good food, warm sunlight, friendship, soft blankets, quiet moments, time of peace. These are not indulgences. These are actually sacred acts of honoring your body, the vessel that carries your soul. Now, there's more than just meets the surface with this new moon. This new moon, this is taking place in the calm skies, but it's forming this tense aspect. A square. A square is a 90-degree angle that comes between Mars, which is in Leo, and Pluto, that's in Aquarius. It's literally a T-square. It brings tension. It reveals these pressure points that is in your life and in the collective. So it's not just a personal, it's collective structures. Mars and Pluto, they have been engaged in this battle, this cosmic dance of confrontation for months, and now we are starting to dissolve away. We are now planting the seeds of marking the culmination of this process, and this oppositional energy is now demanding that we have integration of it. You might feel like this is a confrontation between safety and truth, or between comfort and growth. Taurus urges us to hold on to what is familiar, to not let go. But we have Pluto. Pluto is the great transformer. And Mars is the warrior. It's the warrior of our will and our passion and our drive. And these two planets are battling it out, making the apex of it the new moon, challenging you to examine whether those familiar structures, are they still in alignment with your true self? Where have you stayed too long? And what feels safe and secure for you, but no longer supports your soul's growth? There might be resistance. There could be fear. There could even be grief. But there's also the opportunity. This is about planting seeds, new beginnings, fresh starts, clean slates. This new moon is literally this portal, a place where we can plant the seeds for growth, one that asks you to rebuild on stronger, truer ground, something that might have been in the back of your mind or in the background of your life, that it's nudging you towards change. And now it's no longer a whisper. It becomes a roar. This tense aspect is saying, choose. This is the time to get real about what do you value. Where do you place your energy? What are you building? Not just materially, but spiritually. Now, on a collective level, Taurus rules not only like our personal, but also like the foundational, which is money and food and land and community and resources. And so this square to Pluto, it's awakening us to the greater truth. We are not just an island. We are all connected. We are all interconnected, woven in together. Our personal choices, they ripple through the fabric of the whole of our community. This lunation is going to be this powerful time to like look and examine your communities, your affiliations, your networks, the collective dreams. Who are you surrounded by? Do your values align with your community, with your tribe? Are you being called for something that's greater in order to create space where you can be fully seen, fully heard, and fully supported? You might notice that new people are now entering your life. These can be soul-aligned attractions or connections that feel like you're coming home. Or you might feel this pull in order to break free from outdated relationships or communities that just no longer nourish and support your soul. This is you trusting the process. The universe is literally reorganizing your web of connections to reflect this new foundation that you are now building within from. Let this new moon be a sacred pause, a moment where you plant your bare feet on the earth. You place a hand on your heart. You close your eyes. You go within. This is about the sacred pause, tuning in and asking yourself, what makes me feel safe? What makes me feel alive? What am I now ready to commit to? My body, my soul, my community? We are each being asked to realign, to choose consciously, to build lives that are rooted in truth and integrity and our soul-led purpose. It begins with you, but this is not just about you. As you find your ground, you shape a more conscious and like a connected and awakened collective. This is the beauty of Taurus. It teaches us that building something of value, it takes time, it takes intention, and it takes care, but it also lasts. And so I invite you to take a quiet moment under this new moon to light a candle, to write down what you're ready to release, to look at what are you ready to grow into? What are you ready to manifest? What are you ready to cultivate? Make a promise to yourself. If this feels right, make a promise to your community. This is not about grand gestures. This is about rooted and steady change. A change that begins from within you and expands outward, and it ripples out across like a pond. And all the planets are now moving direct. The universe is working with you. So offerings this month. For a private consultation, you can visit willowgracemystic.com. For working with the moon, definitely check out my moon manifestation guide using the link below. Sign up for my newsletter. You can find out about specials, early releases, and all things that are happening down below. If you are interested in a community with like-minded individuals where we learn, we share, we connect, we grow, check out my Patreon. For a special rate for Tauruses this month, use the code Taurus10 at checkout on my website. And additionally, I offer live astrology consultations right here every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can follow the link below to get into the queue and reserve your spot. I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you to help you navigate your journey. So let's dive in. So for Aries, you are having a new moon in your second house, which is urging you to rebuild what is your sense of self-worth. The apex comes from Pluto in your 11th house of who you're connected with, your tribe, your connections. The connections can be with people that you're in person with, but they can also be your online connections. It's people that you align yourself with either through work or for pleasure in order to grow something that's bigger than yourself. Now, Mars, your chart ruler, so it's important to know that your chart ruler is in your house of creativity, children. The fifth house is what do I want to do for art, music, beauty, love, and healing my own inner child. This is literally pointing to you, for you to rebuild your sense of self-worth, especially around your finances and your emotional security. The second house revolves around topics of skill set, cash, property. It's what do I need in order to feel secure. It's about your sensual pleasures, but it's also about your mental, emotional, spiritual resources and how do you support yourself. And so having Mars and Pluto in this opposition, and it's bringing focus to what brings you pleasure. What do you want to express creatively? How are you perceived, or how are you supported within your community? Are your values aligned with your soul's joy? Or have you sacrificed your authenticity for stability? The opportunities that can come from this is redefining what does security truly mean to you, like looking at it. And is it money? Is it people? What is it? And beginning this new like a financial path that can realign your earnings methods. This is you anchoring into your values that can affirm your worth. The challenge comes from the tension between your personal pleasure and this external validation between Mars and Pluto. This is about a power struggle within communities and expectations, and a fear of losing what is safe in exchange for freedom. I'm encouraging you to choose and to invest in your energy in the long-term value of this not fleeting praise. Ground your confidence into inner knowing, not external success. Let go of people pleasing that compromises your sense of worth. Make sure that you ground your worth in what truly matters to you. Invest in your time, your money, your energy into what brings you lasting value, not like temporary gratitude. Be mindful of how this external approval or the space to with your collective people, that it can be distracting you from your own authentic path, like supporting somebody else but it doesn't align with you. And instead look to create or to stay in an area that reconnects with your own unique voice and your own inner truth. A mantra can be, I am safe to rebuild from truth. My worth is not measured by the world, but by the wisdom that comes from within. So Aries, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of understandings about these transits, you can visit willowgracemystic.com. So Taurus, my friend, this is all about you. This new moon is occurring in your first house of your identity. I always say that the first house is like your business card, it's your website. It's how you appear, it's your power, your self-expression, it's things that you want to do. It's how you want to be known, or it's your interests, your desires. The problem, the opposition, comes between Pluto in your career sector, your responsibilities, your legacy, or your reputation, and topics that revolve around home, family, roots, foundation. And the apex of it, the release of it, comes from within you. This is a new moon that's literally a beautiful cosmic reset for you. But this year it comes with this challenge to push you to totally transform. Having Mars in your 4th and Pluto in your 10th house, it's asking you, it's screaming at you literally, of are you truly living in alignment with your soul's purpose? Are you rooted in your self-truth? Are you reacting to the expectations from family or from career or from responsibilities? There can be this tension that comes from this between comfort and evolution. The opportunities that are going to come from this transit are you reclaiming your voice, your presence, who you are, your identity. Begin this deep transformation of self-perception. Look to reinvent how do you show up in the world that's rooted in a total embodiment of authenticity. The challenge comes from familial or this internalized pressure around who you should be, and it's outdated identity scripts that just no longer fit you. There can be these power struggles within personal and professional roles. Let this be your emergence. Shed the skin of who you were expected to be and rise from within with intention. Be still, be steady. This is your moment to realign with who your true self is and initiate the slow, the steady transformation that you have been avoiding. Strip away all the false identities and embody what your values are unapologetically. Trust that letting go of control, expectations, outdated roles, that this is now going to create space in something that's more real and raw, and it's rooted in soul. A mantra for you can be, I become more myself with every breath that I take. So Taurus, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for Gemini, you are having a new moon in your hidden sector. This is about rest, release, going within. The 12th house is our dreams, our intuition, our psychic ability. It's our connection to the spiritual realm. It's also where we go to rest and recharge. It can also be institutions and hospitalizations. This is about deep inner work. The opposition or the square comes from Pluto in your house of travel and connecting to foreign people, places, and things, cross-cultural experiences, and with your communication sector, with neighbors, siblings, people that are in close contact. This is a hard T-square aspect that's pushing you to, it's inviting you to go within, for you to literally do that deep inner work. It asks you to surrender to any old fears that you have, hidden sabotages. The 12th house, I always say, is like the broken record, where we replay what other people say to us and then believe it. And so this is surrendering those outdated roles that you have heard or that you have played in your head. Having Mars and this Pluto opposition, it's really stirring this conflict between how you communicate with others and the beliefs that you hold. Are you speaking your own truth, or are you defending this outdated paradigm that you were raised with, or that you were taught, or that you were pushed to believe? And so the opportunities come from healing these hidden wounds around value and around trust, and clearing the mental noise and reconnecting with spirit or divine, whatever you call your higher power. You beginning this new spiritual or subconscious practice. The challenges come from anxiety or overthinking that can possibly cloud your reality. You releasing control or logic and saying, I have to focus on this instead of intuition. The challenge comes from confronting outdated belief systems that no longer serve you. I'm encouraging you to let go to grow. I always say, let go, let flow. And this is for you to grow from within. Let stillness speak louder than your thoughts. This is your time to heal, to reflect, to rise softer and wiser and truer. Your healing doesn't require an audience. Turn inward. Look to surrender all of this mental clutter that keeps you from hearing your intuition's gentle guidance, what your ancestors are saying, what your dreams, what your spirit guides, what the angels. Look to prioritize rest, spiritual renewal, releasing the patterns that keep keep you caught in the cycles of overthinking or escaping, and make space for this inner bloom. A mantra can be, I trust the unseen, and I am planting seeds into the sacred soil. So Gemini, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To all of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of these transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Cancer friends, know that you are led and ruled by the moon. So whenever the moon makes a lunation, it is always important for you to be following those cycles in your life. And having a new moon is a time to plant seeds, fresh starts, clean slate. And so this one comes with a T-square. You have Mars in your second house of you feeling secure, self-worth, cash, property, resources, skill set, talents, in opposition to Pluto in the area of your life that you share with others. This is about power and control. And so you having this new moon, it's opening up this doorway for you to redefine your place within your community and for your hopes and dreams and for your future. The 11th house is the house where we connect and we collaborate with others in order to manifest what do we want to personally grow. And so Mars and Pluto having this opposition, this T-square, it's about tension around your shared resources, around money, around power dynamics that is in connection with others. And so are your goals, are they aligned with your true values, or have you outgrown certain networks or star family or communities or certain circles of people that you are connected with? So the opportunities that can come from this are joining, creating new soul-aligned communities, being aware of where you spend your time and your energy because it is sacred, reassessing how do your goals align with your own inner worth, you setting these intentions for long-term growth and contribution, not only to others, but what are they contributing to you? Because there needs to be reciprocity here. The challenge comes from you working from a space of fear of letting go of relationships that no longer nourish your soul, and fear of stepping into leadership or visibility, entanglements around money or loyalty. I'm encouraging you to take this time to surround yourself with those people who reflect who supports your highest self. Your energy is sacred. Invest in it where it multiplies. Choose quality over quantity when it comes to your community. Align with people and your goals that support your growth and not drain your energy. You are being called to reweave your social fabric with more conscious and empowering threads. This is you stepping away from circles that diminish your light and to create or join a vision that uplifts your soul. A mantra can be, I connect with others through shared values and purpose. So Cancer, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of these transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So Leo, you are definitely going to be feeling this one. You are having a new moon at the top of your chart. Your career, your responsibility, your legacy, your reputation. This is like, it's the apex. It's the top of your public life. And so having Mars in your first house of identity, struggling and having this opposition with Pluto in your partnership sector. Remember, the first house is about you, your appearance, things that how you are seen. I always say it's your website, your business card. And so if the first house is you, the seventh house, where Pluto is, the house that's transforming, is you with others. This can be within personal, but it can also be in professional, like in collaborations. And so this T-square is really activating your public life, long-term purpose, you looking at yourself and saying, I am being called to plant new seeds professionally. But the square with Mars in your first house and Pluto in your seventh house, it's creating this friction between your personal drive and your partnerships. Now, this is an opportunity for you to look at yourself and say, am I asserting my will, or am I compromising too much within relationships or within my work, my job, my career? Or it can be where you volunteer. It's where you give of your time, your legacy, your reputation. Opportunities that can come from this are you setting new goals for career growth or for leadership opportunities. You rebuilding your reputation that comes from a place of integrity. You taking these bold steps towards visibility and responsibility. Not being afraid to be in the limelight. The challenge comes from a conflict with either partnerships or with authority figures. There can be this feeling that you are being torn between independence and collaboration with others. You having to focus on letting go of people, that you are people pleasing in order to honor your own path. Pluto in your partnership sector is really saying, I want to transform your connections that you have with other people, both personally and professionally. It's best friends, significant others, clients, open enemies, exes. It's the other in your life. And so I'm encouraging you to claim your power without overpowering others. Look to build a legacy that honors your own authenticity and that values your connection over control. Lead with integrity and courage, but don't push and bulldoze through others in order for you to reach success. Because the real power, it lies in building from truth and not ego. Use this time to reassess what legacy that you are creating. What does it look like? And look to align your career or your public life with the version of this that honors both your personal mission and your deeper emotional needs. A mantra can be, I lead with truth and I build with care. So Leo, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. And if you are looking for more of an in-depth understanding of these transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Virgo friends, you are having a new moon in the area of your life that's about planting seeds for travel, connection with others. It's about broadening your mind, religion, spirituality. It's cross-cultural experiences within teaching and traveling and publishing. And so the problem comes with Mars in your 12th house and Pluto in your 6th house. And so there's this T-square that's pushing you to say, the new moon wants to invite you to realign with what do you believe as in your truth. Are your actions truly reflecting those beliefs? Having Mars in your 12th house, the 12th house is dreams, intuition, psychic ability. It's also the fears. The 12th house is our personal unconscious. It's our shadow self. It's where we go to be alone, and it's the house where we not only connect to spirit, but it's the house of secrets. It's the house of fear. And so having Pluto in your 6th house is your mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being. And when we don't take care of that and find a balance between our home and our career, we suffer in one of those areas. And so having Mars and Pluto in this opposition, it's literally challenging you to release your negative unconscious habits, your fears, in order to shift how do you serve, how do you work. A spiritual upgrade is going to be possible from this, but only if you release the desire, the need to control every single detail. Now, the opportunities come from starting a new course of study, a new spiritual path, teaching something, embarking on a journey that literally stretches your mind, your perception, or rewriting these old stories that have kept you small. And so the challenge is this internal resistance or burnout, you letting go of perfectionism and overworking, facing the fears that now come to you as they arise, because this is your worldview that is shifting. I'm encouraging you to let curiosity be your guide. You are not meant to have all of the answers. It's about asking the right questions and then following what lights you up. The beliefs that you've built your life on or around, they are ready to grow and evolve. Let go of the outdated framework and embrace this worldview that really reflects who you are now becoming. You are being asked to trust the wisdom of lived experience rather than just logic alone. Your growth lies in stretching past your comfort zone and embodying a new way of seeing and believing. A mantra can be, my truth is evolving and I am free to grow. So Virgo, I would love to hear thoughts about this in the comments below. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for Libra, you are having a new moon in your house of birth, death, rebirth, and transformation. The 8th house is the house of wanting power and control, but having our connection, both financially, emotionally, and spiritually, connected with other people. The T-square comes from Mars in your 11th house of your dreams and hopes and wishes and the people that you are deeply connected with. And Pluto in your 5th house of children, childlike activities, lovers, and art, music, beauty, and love. And so having this T-square and the apex of it be this new moon, this lunation is truly urging you to have this deep inner transformation. It brings up what was once hidden, things that were buried or shared, as in money, energy, intimacy, trust, all of these topics can literally be forced to the surface. And having Mars in your 11th and Pluto in your 5th, it creates this friction between community obligations and creative self-expression, lovers, friends, children, collaborations, and looking at this and saying, are you giving away your power in order to stay accepted, or withholding vulnerability out of fear? The opportunities that come from this is healing patterns that you have around control or money or fear, and you beginning this journey on a deep soul level that can offer you healing transformation, forming more honest and empowering relationships with the people that you are most intimately connected with. The challenges come from letting go of people or dynamics that just drain you, navigating the tension between freedom and intimacy, facing the truth about trust and sex or debt. I'm encouraging you to look at this as you not having to hold all of this at once. You don't. Release what is not yours and rise into this rebirth. Let intimacy be a safe, sacred exchange. It's not a battlefield. True intimacy, it starts with truth. And it's you releasing fears around loss or power or control in order to allow these deeper bonds or these connections with others to flourish and grow. You are being invited to shed this old skin and to transform in how you engage with others emotionally, sexually, financially. This is going to be a rebirth that's going to empower you to express your own energy, your own worth, your own capacity to receive. A mantra can be for you, I am safe to release, to receive, and to transform. So Libra, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of these transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So Scorpio, this is all about you. Mars and Pluto are your chart rulers, modern and traditional. So we look to Pluto in your home sector and Mars in your career sector. So we know that there's this battle that's been brewing the past few months going on between security of home, building something, career, job responsibility, legacy, reputation, that's just been going on. And this is like the final push, because now you're going to have a new moon in your partnership sector. If the first house is about you, the 7th house is you connected with everybody else. This could be personal and professional. It's consultations. It's the 7th house is not just about love and marriage, but it's about all of your one-on-one relationships and your social contracts and promises. It's the house of negotiation, open enemies, trust, connection. It's how do you handle conflict and legal matters. And so this new moon, it falls in this sector, and it makes this truly a pivotal turning point for you. It's asking you to look at, how do you show up with others? With Mars in your 10th and Pluto in your 4th, it's bringing up this tension between your personal needs and your emotional security and your drive to succeed or to volunteer. Like the 10th house is not just about career and job. It's how do I want to be seen and known, my reputation and my legacy, publicly being seen. And so now there's going to be this time to ask, are your partnerships that you're building, are they pulling you away from your truth, or are you building them? And so opportunities can be you creating or recommitting to these soul-aligned relationships with others, building stronger partnerships that are based on a mutual respect, and healing these generational wounds around connection. The challenge comes from over-functioning within relationships or power struggles. Remember, we have your two chart rulers in this apex, this T-square, pushing you to look at not only yourself, but others through this transparent lens. And so it's you navigating these challenges within family or home life and choosing presence over performance. I'm encouraging you to let love be the mirror, not the mask. And so choose people who you see clearly and that they walk beside you, not ahead of you and not behind you. Your partnerships are a mirror. Whenever conflict or tension arises, that it's pointing you towards these shifts that you have to make within yourself. Instead of clinging to comfort or blaming others, use this new moon to rebuild your connections with other people from a place of honesty and sovereignty and sacred reciprocity, where love can flow both ways. This is about security. And so a mantra can be, I choose connection that honors my whole self. So Scorpio, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of these transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for Sagittarius, this is important because it's talking about setting a new intention in your day-to-day living, your mental, physical, spiritual health, well-being, finding a balance between work and play and just in general life. You have this T-square between Mars in your 9th house of I want to travel, I want to explore, I want to connect, take a class, take a workshop, publish things, legal matters, and Pluto in your 3rd house of communication with neighbors, siblings, cousins. And this is finding like health and daily rhythm and your workspace, and also how can I be of service to others. This connection, it's an opportunity to plant this new seed. And so this new moon, it's really rooting into your habits and your work life. The 6th house is finding a mentor or a guide, but it's also alternative health care and healing practices. And so this is going to be a moment for you to build these better structures that nourish your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit. Having Mars in your 9th and Pluto in your 3rd is really challenging you to speak and believe. What is your path? Are you moving through life with intention, or are you just staying busy to avoid the change? Opportunities that can come from this are you building these better habits that support your daily routine, you creating grounded workflow or a new job rhythm, you starting a healing regimen that reconnects you to your body, like saying, I'm going to get rid of this bad habit now. I'm ready to commit to myself and my mind, my body, my spirit. The challenge comes from resisting to slowing down and to simplifying your life, overcommitment to ideas that just no longer serve you, you struggling with mental restlessness or information overload coming from all different directions. Focus on what is truly essential for you. Let your daily life become this sacred practice that reflects your truth, not a distraction from it. Let your body and your daily life that needs this nourishment, focus on that and not the hustle. Slow down. Rebuild your habits so that they can support your long-term vitality. This is about a spiritual alignment, focusing on what do you need in order to heal and grow. This is your invitation to detox your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit from overwork, from worry, from distraction, and to create a routine that's rooted in devotion to your physical, mental, and energetic well-being. A mantra can be, I honor my rhythm, I serve with clarity, and I rebuild with care. So Sagittarius, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much. It is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for Capricorn, this is a time for you to plant new seeds in a house that's harmonious to your first house of identity, but it's uncomfortable for you because the fifth house, it revolves around fun and joy and pleasure and allowing yourself those things: art, music, beauty, love, connection to your inner child. The T-square is between Pluto in your second house of money, cash, property, skill set, talents, and security, and having Mars in your house of connection to other people where you are invested in, and power, control. And so this new moon, it's asking you to plant seeds where you can reconnect with joy, not just as this fleeting pleasure. You are being called to truly rebuild your relationship with creativity and love. Mars in your 8th and Pluto in your second house, it's asking you, are you hiding your heart in order to play it safe? Are you using control in order to avoid vulnerability? The opportunities that can come from this transit are rekindling joy through creativity and romance, making this new moon to say, I'm going to plant these seeds to explore more of that in my life, healing these old wounds around worthiness and expression, you committing to a project or a child or a passion that comes from your heart. The challenge comes from fear of being too much or not enough, or power struggles of over emotional or financial intimacy, or shame around being seen within your truth. Let love be your teacher. Allow yourself to play and create and to feel. The world needs your heart, not just your discipline. Let yourself create without needing to prove anything. Your joy is sacred and it doesn't need justification. You are being asked to reclaim your passions, to express your love freely, and remember that fun and pleasure and beauty and art and music, they are just as vital to your soul's journey as responsibility and achievement. So a mantra can be, I root into my joy and I create from my soul. So Capricorn, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for Aquarius, you're definitely going to be feeling this. You have Pluto in your first house of identity. You know it's been there for, or it's going to be there for the next 20 years. So we know that it's transforming everything that has to do with you, your mind, your body, how you're seen, your habits, your appearance. And it's been in this opposition with Mars in your partnership sector. The first is you, the 7th is you with everybody else. And so this has been playing out for the past several months. And so now we are on the final, like all these planets are going to be moving away from each other. But before they do, you have one more chance to have this new moon to plant the seeds. And that's the apex of this T-square between the two planets are battling it out, and the new moon in your home sector. This is about inner safety, security, family. The 4th house is about your living situation, your personal life. And so starting a new beginning, this lunation, it really brings your attention inward. Remember, the 4th house is the bottom. It's what you build upon in order to feel safe and secure. It's home, family, foundation. And with Mars in your 7th and Pluto in your 1st, there's this push and pull between your evolving self and your roles that you have played in your connections with other people. Are your foundations truly supportive of you, or of the person that you are becoming? The opportunities that are going to come from this transit are healing the family dynamics or healing these inner child wounds. Remember, the fourth house is also generational and it's traditions. You creating this transformation within your own home space, you rebuilding emotional safety from the inside out. The challenge comes from resisting to change from others that are around you. You feeling pulled between autonomy and connection. Your identity shifts that challenge these old relationship roles. Come home to yourself during this. Create a sanctuary within and without that supports your full truth of who you are becoming. Go inward and listen to the wisdom of your roots, your home, your family, your own emotional foundation. It is asking to be tended with greater care and presence. This is a time to create a stable, safe, inner world where you feel nourished and protected, and even as the outer world continues to shift around you. A mantra can be, I root in my truth and I am safe to evolve. So Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. For more of an in-depth understanding of these transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for Pisces, this is all about you and fear and communication, your mindset. You are having a new moon in your third house of communication, of neighbors, siblings, cousins. It's the house of where we take in information. It's our relationship with others. It's also short journeys. It's where we talk and exchange ideas. And so the T-square comes from Pluto in your 12th house. Look, the 12th house is the house of dreams, intuition, psychic ability. It's also the hidden realm. It's the house of self-sabotage, our private inner world that we don't share with other people. It's hospitalizations. It's where we focus on what we've been told and what we need to connect to the spiritual realm. Pluto is here and it's opposing Mars for the third and final time. Having Mars in your 6th house is your day-to-day life, balancing home and career, focusing on you. The 3rd house is how you take care of and nourish yourself, but it's also how can I be of service to you? It's where we find a counselor, a mentor, a guide. And so all of this is offering you this new moon that renews your voice, your vision. With Mars in your 6th and Pluto in your 12th, this is a time for you to examine your belief systems, your patterns that shape your words and your actions. Are you speaking your truth, or are you just repeating what is familiar? The opportunities are going to be you beginning new writing, teaching, learning, sharing your words with others. This can be through a blog. This can be through just talking and exchanging ideas. You shifting your mindset to one that's rooted in empowerment. Healing the mental loops. The 12th house is the house of the broken record, where we take on what people have said to us, and it's also generational trauma that we brought down from one to another, and it's where we can heal those karmic debts. And so healing those mental loops that block clarity and connection. And so the challenge comes from overthinking or chronic doubt. These subconscious fears around visibility, being seen, being heard, and pressure to fix everything before you're starting it. So Pisces, use your voice to create peace, not perfection. Anchor your thoughts in the present. Speak from a space of heart. Your thoughts shape reality, and become conscious of these stories that you not only tell yourself, you speak your words that align with healing and truth and love. You are being invited to communicate from a center that can be the divine within, choosing clarity over chaos and rewriting your own inner narrative to support a more empowered and peaceful presence. A mantra for you can be, I speak with clarity and I lead with light. So Pisces, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much. It is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of these transits, visit willowgracemystic.com.